Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody that wait a minute. Yeah, everybody that showed up to support us. Everybody that came out to show love and pay respect to Uncle Bruce. It was a big loss, a huge loss to us. But we thank you for coming. Thank you for, thank you for being there for us and our family. I want to send a special shout out to Pastor Kevin Bryant. I want to send a big shout out to Pastor John King. I want to send a big shout out to Pastor Thomas Beavers for allowing us to use his church. And that service was immaculate. I want to shout out Pastor Walter Solomon. A big shout out to Davenport and Harris Funeral Home. And a big shout out to all Bruce teammates. Big shout out to everybody at I think it's P&S, Boyd Brothers Trucking Company. Thank you all. Former players: Mark Jackson, Al Bell, Walter Lewis, Lamont Russell, Tracy and Vince, high school, middle school teammates. I want to thank all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the prayers and the thought. It's early in the morning. It's 8:30. I was tired. My voice gone. And I am really grateful, man, to everybody that showed up. I'm gonna leave this at a thank you message. I have other stuff I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it right now. I want to separate the messages. But man, when I tell y'all, I just want to say thank you to y'all. Everybody was awesome. And I want to say big thank you to Darlene McCoy. I want to shout out to Tamika Scott that came. So how Uncle Bruce got an iconic member of Escape to show up to his funeral. You know, that meant so much to me. Tamika, I love you and thank you for coming. And hey, Latoya Moppins, I want to shout out to Darlene McCoy, Zacardi Cortez, little brother from another mother. I want to say thank you to you. Yeah, thank you to you for coming and showing up. Kenneth and all the musicians that was there. The people at the event center, Portia and Tiffany, for putting that after party together. DJ Shay, Willie Hudgens, Chris, thank y'all. Everybody that came. Everybody that wanted to be there and could not come because of health reasons, your work schedule, but you was praying for us. Man, Heather, I didn't know you was there. Man, I love all of y'all so much. And Uncle Bruce loves y'all. So I'll keep these messages separate. And I'm gonna wrap this particular message up in a bow. And Ernest Hodge. So I'm real mad right now. Hey, Ernest Hodge, I'm real mad that so we got to the cemetery and so we went in and got Uncle Bruce and we walked him over. I was a pallbearer and we walked him over to the grave. And right, it's the funniest damn thing. And after we put the casket over the grave, I looked over and there was, damn, what's his name? I done got Al Bell because Al Bell was #1 for Bama. But Chris, Ernest, what Chris' name? Chris' last name? Come on, Ernest Hodge. Chris. Wide receiver for Auburn. God dog it. That's the funniest. I said, Chris, #1, wide receiver for Auburn. Come on, Ernest Hodge. Chris was there. And I'm thinking now I'm trying to say Chris Good. No, Chris. Anyway, I looked at Chris. Yeah, Chris Wood. I said, Chris, if Bruce knew that a freaking Auburn wide receiver was one of his pallbearers, he would jump up out of that casket and beat all of us up. And everybody just started laughing. Chris said, but beyond Alabama and Auburn, Bruce was my friend. And me and Chris been friends. Chris, you and Ernest Hodge, y'all Auburn players. Y'all have been a big brother and mentors to me, man. And I can honestly say that was a great day for Roll Tide and War Eagle to be together all under one roof celebrating life. And Chris Wood and Ernest Hodge, man, for y'all coming out, man. Man, it's just a big family, man. That just made me feel so good to have you there and to be there, man. But we had church, and it was awesome. And I just really love and appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are the absolute best. I love y'all so much. And thank you for everything. Thank y'all for everything. This whole message just to say thank you. Kids, grandkids in there. My son, my adult kids are here. That's awesome. Today is my daughter's birthday. My twins turned 6 today. 6 years old today. God is good. Woke up with the sun shining on my body right now. God let me live to see another day. Could have been any of us, but God allowed us to see another day. Yep. I just want to say thank you, man. I love y'all so much. And I'm full of joy this morning to know that all the love and all the support, you know, that we had and everything. My son, my oldest son, Malik, had a real hard time this morning. Had a whole breakdown. 6 o'clock in the morning, we just down here talking. My son just started crying uncontrollably. So it's like now that the funeral and stuff is over now, reality is setting in. And Dick, it was good seeing you, man. Jay, Gary, good seeing you. Tracy Reed, Carol, thank all of y'all for being there. But now the reality setting in. It was tough in here with my son, adult son Malik this morning. He had a real hard time. It was a rough morning for us. It was actually, this morning was actually worse than when Bruce died. It was, you would have thought he just died this morning when we woke up in his quiet house and the screams and the grief that went on in here this morning. And after his grief moment started to subside, and we were able to sit down and have some deep conversation. And I was able to talk about prepare yourself, because one day it's going to be me, and we're going to have to sit down and make some, you're going to have to man up and sit down and be calm in the midst of chaos and make decisions and do the right thing. As men, my adult sons and my adult nephews, man, they tough as nails. And they are manly men, alpha male. And I'm slowly, gradually letting them know what needs to be done if something was to happen to me. Conversation that most people don't want to talk about. Most conversation that most people don't want to have. And we need to sit down and have those conversations and talk about manhood and talk about final arrangements and let them know that this is the cycle of life. This is how it goes. We have to raise men to be men and to stand strong and be strong in the time of crisis. Some men are docile because they just don't want to deal with anything. But it's got to be a man in each family that stands strong and firm and make decisions, and sometimes tough decisions, and sometimes dealing with things that make you uncomfortable. And facing it head on. And saying what you mean and mean what you say. And make decisions that's not going to make everybody happy. Just got to get the job done. When it comes to funerals, it's business. It's business. Program have to be done right. Clothes, repast, everything have to be right, done decent and in order. Can't have chaos. And that's why Uncle Bruce, he knew I was going to take care of business. And I had a job to do. But the first job I had to do was protect the women in the family. And that's going to be the next video. The protection of women in the family. That's the next conversation. I'll have that one up by noon. And it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation, but around noon, we're going to have this conversation. We're going to talk about it. Thank you. Man, God bless y'all. And I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace.